Hey there! In our continued Tourist vs. Local Food series, we will tackle Japan's current most trending food, the spice curry. What is spice curry? And why spice curry, you might be wondering. Here's a little TLDR. Hailing from Osaka, spice curry is simply curry without using curry roux. And this is actually the main difference between a Japanese curry and spice curry. Instead of the roux, different amounts of vegetables and spices are actually blended and mixed together to create a unique curry flavor, which is stark contrast to Japanese curry, where its flavor from different shops or brand tastes more or less similar to each other. In 2018, for the first time, Michelin Guide Kyoto Osaka included an Osakan spice curry shop, the Columbia 8, into its curry category. And since then, the spice curry trend started. Traditionally, Japanese people think curry is something you cook at home, using curry roux. However, this is where the appeal of spice curry comes in. With different unique blends of vegetables and sometimes even hard to obtain spices with different combinations of meat, spice curry has individuality and uniqueness. It's a common sight these days to see local Japanese queuing and waiting eagerly at spice curry shops in Tokyo, Osaka, and many different parts of Japan. Yes, today's video is no ordinary Japan curry challenge between randos, but a clash of the curry titans in Tokyo. First up, our first titan from the tourist side needs no introduction. Being the world's largest curry chain and the most well-known Japanese curry overseas with stores in 13 different countries, we have Coco Ichibanya. Coco Ichibanya's international fame is only the tip of the iceberg, and what lies below is why it's considered the godfather of Japanese curry shops in Japan. Coco Ichibanya is the first and currently only curry shop to have shops in all 47 prefectures in Japan. Its unmistakable yellowish, orange and chocolate signages are almost unavoidable here. Its stores could be found at every corner in the streets of Japan, with a total of over 1,400 stores nationwide. There's also one thing Coco Ichibanya is known for, and that is their iconic variety of curry combinations, from the familiar tonkatsu pork cutlet curry with vegetables to fried chicken curry with cheese, and even a cheese curry with hamburger and eggplant. Many different combinations for you to choose from, with very attractive prices. And what we are going to compete here today in our Tokyo curry battle is meat curry. And more specifically over here in Coco Ichibanya, we are going to try their buta shabu curry. Here we go, look at that! That brown curry beauty! The color of this particular curry is so iconic, if you put this a mile away, I could still recognize that it is curry from Coco Ichibanya. Amidst that luscious brown curry, you could even make out the spices and peppers involved in the making of this curry. Mouth-watering. Look at those thick juicy onions. If anything, I would say that the ingredients in this plate of curry justifies its portion. You don't get little of anything and getting your money's worth. Everything is just nice or even more. I just can't wait. Itadakimasu! Let's dig in. Oh my goodness. Look at that shining rice that is bathed with the curry. Mouth-watering meets a max. Oishii! Mecha oishii! Brilliant curry flavor. The thing with Coco curry is, you don't really feel much upon first tasting of the curry, but as you swallow, that's when the spiciness kicks in, and when it does, it roars near the back of your mouth. Fabulous! Likewise, you first get a hint of the spice taste, and from there, that's when the true curry spice flavor starts to reveal itself as it travels through your mouth, down your throat. Oishii! Here's an interesting piece of history about Coco Ichibanya. It actually started out as a coffee shop in 1974, Nagoya. Its founder, Mr. Soji Tokuji, actually tried all kinds of canned and retort curry, but couldn't find one that he liked. So, he decided to serve his own curry that is made by his wife, Naomi-san. That homemade curry, according to Mr. Tokuji, has been through many tasting and adjustment before finalizing its recipe. And to put it to the test, Mr. Soji went to Tokyo and visited about 10 famous curry shops there to explore and gain an insight to their curries. From that, he was sure and confident of one thing, and that was his wife's curry was better. And the rest was history. What I'm having here is standard level of spiciness. You could feel your body heating up, break a little sweat if you're not used to spicy stuff, but definitely manageable. For sure, if you take a high level of spiciness, you can expect the kick to be more, and definitely even more spicy. Coco Ichibanya's curry has a mellow texture. You can definitely feel the sweetness from the onions and also a natural bitterness from the spices involved. The pork shabu complements well with the curry, adding layers of sweetness and texture to the overall taste. Lastly, the entire eating journey for Coco Ichibanya was very pleasant, combined with a constant spicy kick after each mouth of curry. But for sure, you will be able to finish the bowl comfortably and well without coming out from a shower.
Okay, I am at Chiba Station right now, looking for our second representative for the tourist side. Since 2020, they call themselves the world #1 curry trading specialty company. Yep, that's right. And I'm looking for them right now. They are supposed to be around here at Chiba Station. This particular second representative operate mostly in Tokyo and Ishikawa. So I'm not so sure if that's a big hint. And I'm pretty certain if you actually travel to Tokyo, you would actually have seen its iconic mascot, right? Let me give you a clue. The silverback gorilla mascot. Can you guess what it is? That's right, it is Gogo Curry. You know, let's hope Gogo Curry can deliver a knockout punch like Kong. And with that said, I can't wait to see what Gogo Gorilla got to offer. GG, GG. Pretty mouthful, pretty mouthful. All right, let's go, let's go. It's somewhere here. Okay, I have this on my hand right now. Have a look at this. Ooh. Woohoo. Yeah, so this is slightly unexpected because Gogo Curry specializes in pork katsu, chicken katsu, and your wiener, right? Your tempura prawn. So we had no choice but to order this. If not, I was looking for like a pork slice or a chicken slice, so and so forth, you know, a shabu shabu type kind of thing. But yeah, for fairer comparison, but well, we're left with this. After all, we're comparing the taste of the curry. Oh, it's slightly towards the salty side. Yeah, but I noticed something interesting here. And I realized that the level of spiciness, almost zero. I'm not joking. But the flavor is very rich. Oof, look at the curry here. So thick, right? Look at that. The dark curry paste, the dark curry rocks. The taste is very rich. Unbelievable if you ask me. Yeah, very unique taste. In my opinion, Coco Curry tastes somewhat like your traditional curry, but a lot more towards the spicy side. But this one, the flavor is very, very unique. Let's try the pork cutlet. Fried to perfection there. Nothing much to complain about. Fabulous. Inside, the meat is tender and juicy. We really tasted like Coco Curry, which is very authentic kind of Japanese curry towards the spicy side. And over here, we have a very unique take towards the salty side. So, you know, I wonder what the local representative gonna cook up to beat the tourist side. You know, if it's too close to Coco Curry, then what's the point of me having Coco Curry and Gogo Curry? Makes no sense, right? So I'm glad this is different, and yeah, different in a very good way. To be frank, Japanese curry is a very standard dish. You know, for you to be really unique and all that, it's all boiled down to the spice you use, the rocks you use. Yeah, If not, then it's just going to be very standard tasting. Nothing different, or it's very hard to taste the difference. So I think it's going to be a tall order for the local side to beat this, unless they have something really special, something really unique, and I hope so. If you come to Japan for holiday, you definitely see many gogo curry shops around, you know, the iconic silverback gorilla mascot. Yeah, it's all over Shibuya, Shinjuku. Gogo curry is actually very popular for its portion size. Over at this branch over here, they actually have the major curry world champion class, right? You have all the toppings, and the weight in total is 2.5 kg. Oh, I can't imagine anyone finishing it. And if you think that's all, that's not all. In fact, I read in some gogo curry outlets, they actually have one level higher. It's actually called the Major Curry Space Champion Class. Quite a mouthful, and you cannot believe the weight. It's 5.5 kg. Woo-hoo. And if you actually finish it, you can post a picture of you finishing it on their official website.
Scoring time! Both Coco Ichibanya and Gogo Curry, how they taste like is what I expected them to be. A standard Japanese curry. Both have differences in terms of their spice taste and spiciness level, but delicious. Both their quantities were great, and you will definitely feel full. You could even customize the portion of your rice if you want less or need even more. And I'll definitely score max for add-ons here, as both have a wide assortment of side dishes you can add on to your curry. Value-wise, I will give a 4. Great value for the amount you're paying. For accessibility, there is no need to say more. An easy 5. Especially Coco Ichibanya, you will not fail to find a Coco Ichibanya outlet at any given corner.
I needed to find someone equally strong, and boy oh boy, I sure did. So I'm walking towards the place right now. I present to you Spice Post. This curry shop is the #1 Google review curry shop in all of Tokyo in 2023. And not just that, Spice Post has been voted one of the top 100 curry shops here in Tokyo by Food Community Forum Tabelog. I told you I got you, didn't I? We are queuing for it right now. As you can see, it's raining, pretty heavy, and there's a pretty long queue for the curry. Oh, I can't wait, man. This vaunted curry here we are talking about, you know, #1 on Google review in 2023. Finally, the local side might have a decisive victory for this round of the challenge. I can't wait. Let's go.
Oh, what a unique spice taste this is. I read that they actually use 20 different spices for this particular dish. Oof. You know what's the best part? Even with so many different spices being used, the individual spice flavors could all be tasted out. Ooh. I mean, you just look at this entire bowl here. So much variety, you know, so much options. On the screen right now, you see the particular entire curry dish. You could actually see the curry is split into 3 different parts. This is the chicken curry over here. Oof. And in the middle, this is the keema. Keema is actually a mix between the mutton and the pork, so on and so forth. And lastly, we have the pork curry over here. Oof, 3 in 1. Guys, 3 in 1, can you believe it? Fantastic here. Okay, I can't wait. You know what, let's try the keema first. Have a look at this. Right, pretty awesome, isn't it? This is a mixture of mutton, pork. Yeah, I wonder how it tastes. Ooh, what unique taste this is. You have the sweetness from the pork, and thereafter the roughness from the mutton. Fabulous. Ooh, this is my first time, you know, keema. Pretty interesting. I'm going to try the chicken one right now. I read in an interview, they mentioned that chicken curry especially is their signature. So I'd like to taste this chicken now and see how it goes. Breast meat, very tender, very juicy. The chicken curry is slightly towards the spicier side, but overall still, you know, it doesn't pose any trouble actually. Yeah, pretty well done, the chicken. Now the pork curry is this particular section over here. I'm gonna try this. Oof. Oh, it's a very interesting fruity taste that I did not expect at all. Yeah, you know, it goes really well with the pork sweetness, because pork sweetness actually tends to be, you know, the kind of like a caramel type of sweetness over here. But this particular, you know, sweetness I'm tasting is very fruity, more pineapple based type of, you know, sweetness that I can taste. A tinge of sourness, but yeah, it complements really well with the pork. Look at the pork here. Pretty awesome, isn't it? This is the pork piece. Yeah, pork belly, if I'm not wrong. Look at that. Look at the pork belly here. You will not believe what just happened. They actually gave me more chicken curry for free. Look at that. Now my whole bowl, whew, is filled with chicken curry here. Fantastic. Oh, yeah. This is on the house, guys. On the house. Look at this here. Look at this here. On the house. Fabulous. Okay, I'm going to break the egg right now. Opening ceremony of the egg. Ooh, ooh, look at the egg yolk there. Ooze out here. Fabulous. Woohoo! Now the curry will take a different dimension. Will definitely have a more creamier texture, you know. So yeah, pretty fantastic. Just one thing to note as well, I noticed the portion for each of the meat is just overflowing, you know. The chicken, you have like at least 3 pieces, not small but big pieces here. Just now had the chicken breast, but it seems like over here they have the thigh as well. Look at that, right? Chicken thighs here. So it's actually pretty big. It's not small at all. The keema is literally 1/3 of the plate, and the pork as well. とても美味しいね。めっちゃ美味しい。Just unbelievable, you know, because we tend to have a misconception that Japanese curry tend to be sweet, you know, the very iconic flavor. But this one just, yeah, take it to a whole new level. Yeah, a very original, very authentic kind of flavor that is unique to this particular shop here. Fabulous. Spice Post. Unbelievable curry.
I'm gonna say up front, Spice Post made me change my perception on how dynamic curry could get. It's not simply just about the level of spiciness or how hot it could get, but rather how the different facets of spiciness could complement with the different spices used in the dish. Spice Post simply blew it out of the park. Easy 5 for quality. Likewise for quantity too. A very generous portion of curry, ingredients and rice were given as reviewed earlier. However, for add-ons, it is pretty mediocre, with some standards like egg. The huge downer was you couldn't add meat toppings except an additional portion of chicken. The only way to get a larger portion of meat like the pork and keema is to order the large size. I will give this a 3.5. Even though it is the small size, the portion is still significant, and you have an awesome variety of curry to eat. A 4.5. In our previous challenge, the local site excelled in every category besides accessibility. This time, without a doubt, accessibility is not a problem, as it is right in the heart of Tokyo, in Yoyogi. Spice Post is literally right outside the Yoyogi subway station, and just 2 minutes away from Yoyogi Park. An easy 5. And with that, the total score. Our winner, the local site taking it with Spice Post Curry.